Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and when you're watching this. Welcome to a new vlog. The monsoon never seems to be happening, at least in daytime. Every night after 8 9 pm, it's raining so much that whenever I take my bike out, it's raining. And I'm sitting right exactly where my bike used to be. And if you're wondering where my Ducati is, given it to service. So if you want to know about the service bill and few things that I did while taking it to the service center, it shows loud bullets. Not the loudest, but one of those. While taking the motorcycle to the service center, I did some interesting stuff. So if you want to know what they are, make sure you stay tuned, click that subscribe button and especially that bell icon for instant notifications. That video is going to come up in the next few days, but in this video, before I head into the main topic of the Triumph Speed 400 and the Scrambler 400X, let me talk about something that you see here in the background. I don't know how many of you noticed that, but that's my kind of newish, because it's a refurbished cycle that I purchased from Decathlon. That's a Tribun RC 120 disc model. Costed me roughly 30,000, but the rest all accessories that I purchased for cycling costed almost 25,000. To give you a brief overview, I've done 4 rides on this bicycle. First one was a 40. If you've been following me on Instagram, by the way, you'll have all the updates, because that's where I share quite a few things more than I do on YouTube. YouTube, it takes time to edit, and also, in case you haven't followed me yet, here's the Instagram link. Make sure you follow for quicker updates. But my first ride was a 40, then 50, then 80, and the last one was a 50-kilometer ride. And 80 was kind of exhausting. 50 was good, but the weather was bad, man. It was a drizzly rain, the roads were slimy, muggy, so there was a lot of slush, or the what do you call that, spray coming from all the vehicles that were going by. There are no mud guts on this cycle. I was drenched in so much of dirt and mud. Boy, even the shoes, I don't know if you can see in the background, they're still drying. It's been 2 days and they haven't dried up yet. But I'm loving the cycling experience. It gives me that variation. So I'm doing some strength training for 3 to 4 days in a week. I go for a run and then cycle. So that completes 6 out of 7 days. And I think I've maintained my weight, but I've lost some, I'm hoping I lost some fat. If you can tell it, let me know in the comment section. But for now, I need to go clean this bike and then I'll head back inside and start the main topic of this video, which is my impressions about the Triumph Speed 400 and 400X. So go watch this launch clip that was made by Triumph about both the models, and by that time, with the magic of editing, I'll finish my wash and join you guys in a while. Oh boy, I thought that cleanup would not take more than 15 minutes, but it ended up being 1 hour. Hence, I had to take a quick shower and change of clothes. But talking about change, if you're following my videos, you would probably already know that Triumph has launched two new motorcycles in the 350cc plus segment, one of the hottest segments for motorcyclists right now in India, and Speed 400 and the Scrambler 400X. They both look really exciting, but more than the looks, I think the price is amazing. Triumph has done such a great job, and in fact, few days before, Harley announced their 440X at 2.29 lakhs starting price. But even that, I heard from my media friends, rides beautifully. It rides so un-Harley like, not like a straight line cruiser or a locomotive, but it handles really well. I think this segment of bikes are gonna keep a lot of premium dealerships afloat, because most of the dealerships can't survive purely on premium vehicles, because to expand the market they need to expand their lineup, and it's always easy to come down from a premium offering to a smaller one rather than starting small and going up. So let's say Triumph can sell easily a 400cc motorcycle, but it's going to be a struggle for Hero to sell, let's say, a 1000cc motorcycle. I'm super excited for both these bikes, and design wise, I think the Speed 400 reminded me so much of my Street Twin. In fact, I got in touch with my Street Twin buyer, and he clocked 50,000 kilometers, by the way. So which makes me really happy that someone's using my vehicles properly. Another bike that they launched is the Scrambler 400X. Man, I think that is going to be a bigger hit than Speed 400, because Speed 400 is like that retro classic street naked. We have quite a few options, especially in the 350cc segment. In fact, if you follow me on Instagram, I've made a small graph about the price performance in terms of power and torque and how they are spread over. It's kind of fascinating to see how the Bajaj, KTM, now Triumph engines have more power and decently good enough torque compared to, let's say, an RE or a Harley Davidson Hero bikes, which have more torque and less power. Till a price point, it seems to be like they focus more on torque, so you get that instant kind of rush with these motorcycles. But after a price point, the Triumph, Bajaj, KTM engines are focusing more on power and torque both together. So I think they have a really good engine in that regard. And what I was promised by some of the journalists who were at the event and also the Triumph dealership here is that it's not a Dominar engine. It might have some of the Dominar parts, but it's not a Dominar engine. That was one of my concerns, that I thought it might be recycled and might not be so much fun. But please be assured that it's not. Talking about other points about these two bikes, I think the biggest pluses for these two bikes are, one, the design, the build quality, the performance in terms of power and torque figures, the pricing is killer, and finally, I think that value factor of getting a Triumph at that price is unmatchable. There is a lot more desirability now with these two bikes in the market, and that's kind of shown in the bookings. My own followers on Instagram responded. They booked at least 1,000 bikes within the first one day that I posted a story, which is kind of crazy, man. And talking about bookings, I'm not gonna reveal if I booked or if I booked which bike did I book. That's something you need to wait. Personally, I'm still not sure if I have to take a bike, which one would make like a perfect second bike. Speed 400 or Scrambler 400X? That's a big question. What is your choice? If you're booked, let me know in the comment section. Till we get a test drive, I can't give you my full details, but first impressions are, I think they have a killer product out there and they have knocked it out. Only few disadvantages that I see are, I don't know how the dealer pricing could be. How is the durability of these engines in the long run? It's a new engine, as they say. And in terms of sound, I think the Harley Davidson X440 sounds much better than the Speed 400, the Scrambler 400X. Harley might be a surprise package, but in terms of just the design, build quality and looks, Triumph has done an excellent job, a 10 out of 10 job. Let me know what you guys think. But those are my first thoughts on the Speed 400 and the Scrambler 400X. Kind of a podcast style video, but I just thought it's kind of interesting to talk about it. We'll have more such informational videos where I share my opinions, and we'll have an interactive session on Instagram or something. But that's it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And in case you're watching this night time, have a good night and take care. Bye-bye.